This video is sponsored by Niche Toolbox. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So today we have video 3 in this 6-part video series. So today's going to be a really fun one. We're going to actually start creating some content. I'm going to show you some templates and some styles of posts that I've been using recently. We're also going to use Niche Toolbox, who's the sponsor of this video series. A huge thank you to them. You will actually win a copy of Niche Toolbox if you are the lucky winner, along with the website and the Facebook page that goes with it. So today we're going to use that tool to create some actual blog posts on the website, but we're also going to use it and other methods to create some content that can go viral on your Facebook page, which we will then use to direct that traffic to that website. So a really interesting video today. Remember, to win the website, the Facebook page, and the copy of Niche Toolbox, you need to like and comment on each video and subscribe to the newsletter. The link's in the description, because that's how we're going to pick a winner and you'll be informed via email. So without further ado, let's get on the computer now and let's start showing you how I've been creating content that can have a chance of going viral. So let's start growing this Facebook page. This is going to be the hub of everything we do, because we're going to grow this Facebook page so we can send the traffic over to the website. Now, it's key that we have a large social media following. The bigger the following, the more chance we have of a post being shared and clicked through to the website. Now, you can see a Facebook page like this one, which is Vegan Wins, creates 2 or 3 different styles of content, which we're going to create today. The first one is a very simple one. This is called a status post, where you ask a question, you state a fact, you ask for advice, you create a debate. And you can see this really works, even if sometimes people don't agree with it. Great, that's what you want. Something that creates conversations and gets people commenting on the post. The second type of post we're going to create is one like this, which will actually get the clicks through to the website. So this is 28 secrets to making delicious vegan meals on a budget, and you can see there's a link in the description to the article. So that's a piece of content we're going to create in just a moment using Niche Toolbox. The third type of content we're going to create is, again, something like this, an image-based content that either intrigues or shocks even, and just again gets people engaging with the Facebook page. And the more engagement we get, the more it's going to grow, the more chance we have of getting a viral piece of content. Okay, so part 2, let me show you first of all some content templates and styles that you can easily replicate yourself. Now, I use these, this is for a different Facebook post, but I use these same templates for pretty much every kind of Facebook page I try and grow. They are quite standard in the industry. You just have to create some yourself, and you can see some examples here. So this one here, this is what I call a tweet post. So this is a template that's made to look like a tweet, so as if somebody has tweeted this and it's caught your attention and you've shared it on your Facebook post. This one here, this is a very simple one called Rate Me. I use these again for lots and lots of different topics. Now, this could be any category or niche in the world. All you would have to do is just simply, delete the actual image and then create or add an image that is relevant to your niche. So let's say, I don't know, let's say your Facebook page and website was pets. Let's put a rabbit. So all you would do is just drop that in there. There we go, rate this rabbit, and you will be incredibly surprised how many people will want to rate that. They'll rate it against their own, they'll rate it on cuteness. It's such a simple process to do. Again, all I would do is drag that over. There we go. And now, if this was Easter, for instance, this would get lots and lots of actual interactions. You could go as cute as you want. There we go. I mean, how cute is that? That, I guarantee, on a pet website with a pet Facebook page is going to get interaction. Another one, and one that actually went viral for me, is this one. Now, all I did on this one is I just asked somebody to rate this one, and I just changed this out with a photo of my own bacon sandwich. And I literally use this. Honestly, is there anything better? and it got around 50,000 comments. Half the comments was, no, there's nothing better than a bacon sandwich. Half of the comments was, yes, a sausage sandwich. So again, you can change this to anything you want. Let's say it's a car, you know, so you could literally drop that in there and just put something like that. Honestly, is there anything better than this? Obviously, you want to change that. Is there any car better than this? And I guarantee you'll get all the car enthusiasts saying, no, Ferraris are terrible. You want a Porsche. And then you could do something like that one. And then you'll get everybody saying, no, Ferraris are better. It's just endless. You could just keep swapping this out and you would just get all the different car enthusiasts arguing with each other. Another really good one is this to-do list is a good one as well. So let's say your niche is films. Let's say you absolutely love watching movies and your entire niche is about TV, entertainment, movies. You could do a to-do list and it could be get up, send kids to school, and then it could be watch Mobland. Then the next one could be watch, I don't know, anything Game of Thrones. And you could just keep doing that, keep adding to this and create a to-do list that is all about films. Again, a very, very simple way of creating content that's interchangeable with pretty much any niche. So this is just the template I use, can be anything at all in this to-do list. Another one that you can use is quotes and inspirational things. So we have one here, which is for a Nostalgic Britain website. You can see here, very British sayings. And all I did for this is I just went to ChatGPT and I said, give me 50 different British sayings. And it came up with, as you can see, ones like this one here. And they are actually real sayings, but a lot of people, particularly in different countries, might not know that. Is this one here that I created for a Japanese one. This is Japanese proverbs. So again, all I did is say to ChatGPT, give me 50 Japanese proverbs that actually are popular and well known and people will love to read. And again, came up with these. And all I would do is just copy and paste each one into here. This is the template, that's all I use. And then all I did was create a text line here where I pasted in the ChatGPT response. Now the ones that you will see a lot that everybody recommends are these ones here, where it's hit like if you know the show, hit like if you like this food, hit like if you love this movie. Again, super simple to do. All you would do again is swap out the image for any topic that you want. I'm going to say your topic is gardening, and I'm just going to simply drop in something like that, position that to the back. And I'm just going to simply change the text to hit like if you like gardening. There we go. And a little arrow or pointy finger or cursor that just points them to where the like button is on Facebook. And again, you'll be surprised how many people will, from this one image, click like and start following your Facebook page. Okay, so that's a sneak preview behind my template folder. Each one of these can create hundreds of posts. You can see there's probably 40 or 50 templates on here, and each one of these can be simply used. Again, adapted, changed to whatever your niche is. So I highly recommend that you create a template or a folder for your niche. If you win at this website, I don't mind sharing this folder with you. That's absolutely fine. And you can use all these templates to create your own social media content. So talking about content, let's move to part 3 of this video and let's actually use Niche Toolbox to create some posts. Okay, so I'm going to get hands-on here and start creating some content. Now I'm going to do this naturally, just like I would do myself every single day. I'm not really doing this part as a tutorial, so just watch, follow along with me now. I may talk to myself a little bit, but you'll see exactly my process. Now remember, it's going to be different for every single niche. This is a satirical, it's a fun, humorous Facebook page and website, so take whatever I post with a grain of salt. It's not meant to be offensive or anything. It is just to have a bit of fun and a bit of laugh. It's not going to be at anybody's direct expense. if anybody reads the articles or the posts, they should know for this website and this giveaway that it is a fun, humorous content. So all I do is I go to websites like Lad Bible, BBC News, and I look for things that catch my eye, and if it catches my eye, I'll use it. So here we go. So I already spotted, obviously I've been watching closely Donald Trump's announcements about the tariffs. So the first thing we can do is create some very simple status posts. So I'm going to log into Niche Toolbox, and there's lots of different sections here. We will cover these in the next coming videos. Every single section on here I'll show you. But I'm going to create a status post. So if you don't know what that is, it's basically a one-line or maybe two-line sentence that intrigues people. It gets engagement. It gets the Facebook page talking, and that's what we want to do. So first of all, you can enter your niche. So I'll just enter that. I'll just put it down as fake news. You can choose the language that you want. English, USA is absolutely fine. I've just put a subject matter here. You can create a project. So if you have several websites you're working on, you can create different projects. And I'm going to say something like the tariffs. So we can have a look over here. And we can put the tariffs. Donald Trump imposes tariffs on goods for most countries. There we go. So click that. So I'm going to just drop this in here with a little bit of instructions. Give me some posts about, I'll just paste that in there, about US President Donald Trump imposes, I'm just going to put tariff on goods for most countries being appointed, worst offenders. There we go. So I'm just going to click generate, and this will now start crawling the internet and finding ideas for status posts. I already have a few in my head, so I'll do those as well. But let's just quickly see what this comes up with. Okay, so we've got some ideas already, and that first one is already a good one. Look at that, higher tariffs, unfair punishment, or necessary action. Now, that is going to get both sides of the story arguing and commenting and liking, and that's going to be a really good one. So that's probably one we'll use. Is Trump's tariff game like playing economic roulette? Another one. How do tariffs really hit local small businesses? That will get people talking. Alternative to tariffs, global goods worth exploring. No, I don't like that. Are we more self-reliant thanks to new tariffs? That could work. All versus new policies. Feeling the pinch. How do tariffs? That's not kicked in yet. Tariffs turn my business around by. No, it's not. Tariffs aren't kicked in yet. Do tariff shifts on new horizon? Right, no, I like this one. So I'm just going to copy this. I'm going to simply go over to the Facebook. We're going to create a post. I'm going to choose a background. I often like the black one because it's kind of dark humor. And I'm going to drop that in there. High tariffs, unfair punishment, or necessary action. Brilliant. Post. That is done. So that will get people commenting. That is simply a status post. Now I'm going to schedule another one for later. So I'm going to grab another one. So I'm going to grab one more and I'm going to schedule that out. So I'm going to grab this one here. Again, don't worry, you're experimenting, you're playing around to see what works. So don't be afraid of trying something. You can always delete it. And if it works, you can do more. Now, I'm going to go to my business suite. I'm going to show you how to schedule a post. So I'm going to go to business suite. I'm going to go to create a post. I'm going to go to background. I'm going to go to black. I'm going to drop that sentence in there. I'm going to scroll down to schedule. And I'm going to choose the day. So I'm going to do today. I'm going to do in 2 or 3 hours time. So let's do this at like 1 p.m. There we go. I'm going to create schedule. And that status post is now scheduled for 1 o'clock. So that's another one we have. You can see there, we've got this one here we've just done, and we've got another one going out at 1 o'clock. Now, I've actually got one I'm going to do myself, so I'm going to create one very simply. Maybe this time we'll do a coloured one, so I'll do purple. I'm just going to put So I've just put there, if you could apply a tariff tax to anything, what would it be? And we're going to get people suggesting something like, I don't know, they might say golf balls, they might say beer, they might say clothing, whatever it may be, that might get people talking. So I'm going to schedule that one out for later on this evening. Let's put that one at about 7 p.m. Now, obviously, we're going to mix in here some different styles of content, so it won't just be all status posts. And there we go. We've now got 3 status posts scheduled, so that's pretty good. There we go. We've got some status posts scheduled. That's pretty good. I'm now going to also generate some more topical ones. I've actually seen here the London Eye was recently taken down. It's going to be moved. And I've seen images like this. So I thought of maybe a satirical post. Maybe you can say something like, Keir Starmer is sending the London Eye to America to make peace with Donald Trump. I think that would be a really good idea. So we can create that. We can go back here. We can create a blog post for that. We can create a social media post. So that's the one I'm going to do. So let's just quickly go in here. Get an idea. So this is where we'll search for ideas. I will cover more in next week's video about creating these blog posts, but I'm just going to try and quickly create one here so you can get an idea and we can add at least one more piece of content. So right on this topic, so I've got a topic here, title, I'm going to put, okay, so let's see what this comes up with. I've put the UK sends London Eye to America as a peace offering. So that's the title. I'm going to now add a description. I'm going to put, okay, so I've just given it some instructions. I've put, write a satirical post and make it fake news about the UK sending the London Eye to America as a peace offering. After Donald Trump imposed tariffs and he's falling out with the world, write a post about how the UK wants to make friends again with America and send the London Eye on a ship as a gift. I'm going to do this as a very short piece of content. All the content we do, to be honest, will be very short. You don't need long articles. You just need to send lots of traffic to short, funny articles. So let's click write and it's going to take 5 credits and let's see what it does. Okay, so our blog post has been written, it's been saved. I'm going to go to my saved projects and you can see here the UK sends the London Eye as a peace offering. Let's click that. Okay, so you can see it has actually come up with an article. The intro's not bad at all. Obviously, inside Niche Toolbox, we can edit things and we can, take away things like these headings. I wouldn't necessarily want these headings on an article that's kind of a new style article. So I would just edit this, change it about. I wouldn't make it this long. To be fair, I probably only want it about this long here. So it has worked. It has got an article there that we can now put on the website. So I'm going to spend a few minutes and I'll just edit this a little bit. We can do everything in here, all the usual editing. We can add images and everything. But it has come up with an actual article. We can also ask for more ideas. So yeah, it's got exactly what we need. But the main thing we need is a catchy image. So I'm going to go over to my templates that I've already created and I'm going to select one that I've already got. Now you can grab an image from Google and use that. You would obviously need to do your own due diligence on that, but you can also use things like ChatGPT and AI now, and you can actually download and create images yourself. So this is quite a funny one. London Eye being shipped to America as a gift. I could download that one. There we go. Let's actually use that one. So I'm just going to import that. So let's just use that one. Just drop that into position there. I'm going to move that into the corner. Get rid of that. I'm just going to use the title from the blog post. UK sends London Eye to America as a peace offering. There we go. Let's just drop that in there. Perfect. There we go. Then we need something in here just as a secondary eye catcher. I'm going to use Donald Trump. I'm just going to simply screen capture an image of Donald Trump, save that to my computer. I've just captured an image of Donald Trump. I'm going to drop that over there. I'm going to make that a touch bigger. There we go, perfect. UK sends a London Eye to America as a peace offering. I love it. I think that's brilliant. Everybody will know that's just fake news. It's just a bit of fun and a bit of humour. We're not, creating World War III here or anything. So let's just download that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go over to the website and I'm going to quickly just add the article that we just got from Niche Toolbox. I'm going to edit this a little bit. I'll then add that to the website. I'll add that image and then we'll post that and then we can now link on Facebook. So let me just edit this and we'll come back in just a second. Okay, there we go. You can see we have a very short news style article, really catchy image and quite a funny actual post. So I used Niche Toolbox, I did a little bit of editing, I grabbed some of the most important bits in there, I added the odd sentence, and then I put here also disclaimer. This is entirely fake. The London Eye is not going anywhere. Donald Trump has not received the Ferris wheel and the only thing spinning out of control is this post. So people can see this is just fake news. It's just a bit of fun. It's just a bit of humour. So that's all we need, a really short catchy post like that. You can see on the main website it's been added to the editorial pics and you can see it's the main feature image here. So all we need to do now is link this. So I'm going to click into the article itself. I'm going to grab the URL, I'm going to go to Facebook, I'm going to use the thumbnail. Now this is important, do not drop the URL here, Facebook will not show this post to anybody. Grab the actual image that you've created and then you can create something like a catchy title. So let's just put shocking news. Shocking news just announced. There we go. Let's point into the comments. And that's it. We are not dropping the URL in here at all. We're just leaving that as a plain image and a plain title. But we're going to post that. And then what we're going to do is link that in the comments. So I'm going to put read the full article. And now we're going to drop the link. And we'll post that. And we can pin that to the top. So there we go. So anybody who's scrolling through here now and sees that, they're going to want to comment, they're going to want to get involved, they're going to see the link, they'll click that and they go over to the article. Now in next week's video I'm going to show you how we can create more content. I'm also going to run some ads to some of this. I'm going to create some more posts over the next few days and then we'll run some ads, we'll start getting some traffic over and we can actually see if we do actually get any engagement from these posts. So yeah, hopefully you like that. I will see you in next week's video. Thanks to Niche Toolbox for sponsoring the video. Make sure to enter the competition. You have to like, comment and subscribe to the newsletter and the link's in the description for you to do that. And I'll see you next week in video number 4.